Likewise, prophecy can be about something, speaking about the unseen. But my point here is, you Jewish scholars differ concerning it. They don't know. That's why Ibn Maymun, one of the great scholars, Musa ibn Maymun. That's why the Jewish rabbi, they said there was no Moses after Musa ibn Maymun. He was, you know Moses ibn Maymun, yeah? He said, either him or one of the scholars said, yeah? He said these passages should be secret from the Jewish layman. Cannot be explained. Yeah,
you'd have to show me that inside.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'm going to show you that. Either it's Maymun or I'll show you. It was in the website called, what is it? Torah website. It is well known. So my point here is that even, for example, there's many, I can show you from inside and outside, the Torah cannot be trusted.
The Torah can't be trusted.
Okay, what is the earliest manuscript for the Torah?
The earliest manuscript, there's the Dead Sea Scrolls.
How long between the Torah and Moses?
Between Moses and the Dead Sea Scrolls?
Yeah.
About 1,500.
Yes, so basically you are trusting someone said something about Moses 1,000 years before, after.
Would you like me to explain why?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. At Sinai, the Jewish people all together heard God speak. Every single one of them. It wasn't just Moses, right? Every single one of them heard God speak. And they told us their children, they told us their children. That's how I know that event happened. Now, if that event happened, which we know happened, then that means that Moses must have been a true prophet. If Moses was a true prophet, then that means the book that our tradition concurs that he gave to us must be a divine book.
Okay, that calls circular reasoning. Circular reasoning means the proof that this Quran from Allah, because Allah said the Quran from Allah.
No,
therefore, no, it is because what you are saying that the Jewish people heard God speaking to Moses. Who did they get that information from? From a Torah.
No, that's not true.
Allow me to finish.
Okay, fine.
From a Dead Sea Scroll, you know, the Torah. Now, this oral transmission, you don't have it. Okay? Allow me to finish. You know why? Because within the Torah, God cursed you many times.
Yes.
God said you are idol worshippers many times. Can you trust cursed people and idol worshippers? Can you trust them?
God did not say that all of us are idolaters.
No, wait.
Always a remnant.
Wait, the people that were in charge, they are the majority who turn against God. Is that correct?
No, they were not the majority.
And he said that majority of people in charge, people that are in charge, that's what Jeremiah 8:8 said. How can you claim to be wise when the Torah has been when the pen of the scribes changed the Torah?
That's not what it says. That's not what it says.
Yeah. Jeremiah 8:8.
I know it's Jeremiah 8:8. You always bring up this verse. It's the same one. You've misinterpreted it.
I misinterpreted it. Come on.
And you've mistranslated it as well.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. So anyway, here, watch.
Jeremiah 8:8.
How can we say we are wise? For we have the law of the Lord. What is the law of the Lord? The Torah. When actually the lion pen of the scribes has handled it falsely.
No, not it falsely.
I'm reading here.
I don't care about your English translation. I care about the Hebrew.
Brother. Don't tell me I don't care. It's not my English translation firstly.
It is about English translation.
No, this is not Muslim translation. That is not Muslim translation.
It's a bad translation.
Okay, no problem. Tell us what it means.
I'll tell you what it says.
Yeah.
Eicho somu. How can you say that we are wise? And the Lord
we are
is with
wise.
us.
Say it again.
How can you say we are wise?
Okay.
V'soras Hashem etonu, and the Torah of Hashem is with us. Ochein, verily, hinei la sheker oso. Behold, he has done something for naught. 8 sheker sofrim, a pen of lying scribes.
So what does that mean? Lying scribes. So what does that mean?
It means that the false prophets that he's talking about here in this entire chapter, which you haven't read the whole chapter.
I did read it because the whole chapter Jeremiah rebuking the Israelites.
Chapter 8.
No.
Chapter 8 of
brother,
Jeremiah.
before you start accusing me of something, I read all of it.
Really?
Jeremiah.
What's chapter 8 about?
So finish. Jeremiah rebuking you, but firstly, before we go to that, what is the translation? Because you said the wrong translation. There's many translations here,
I
and
just
all of them.
translated it word for word.
So what is it?
I'll tell you again.
No, just translate it without reading the Hebrew bit.
Fine. How do you say we are wise and the Torah of Hashem is with us?
Yes.
Verily, behold, it has done it for naught. It has done for naught. A pen of lying scribes.
Yeah, carry on.
That's the end.
So here, all the translation here, these different translators, you know, all of them mistranslated. All of them. Look. How can you say, now watch, I'm going to show you, yeah? Because it is known you just did taqiyya now. You know, you did taqiyya, you know taqiyya, Shia one. You just did.
I'm reading from the verse.
No, we're going to see.
I translated it word for word.
We're going to see if you translate it word for word.
That's fine. Because I'm
Brother,
not going to try and interpret the Quran because I don't know Arabic. I'm not
but you cannot.
try and interpret the Gospel because I don't know Greek.
You can't
interpret this because I know Hebrew.
Let us see all the translation, because it doesn't make any sense if all the translators translated it wrongly except you, who cannot trust. We cannot trust you.
Fine, don't trust me.
Yeah, so let us see what a translator said. New International Version. How can you say we are wise, for we have the law of the Lord, when actually the lying pen of scribes has handled it falsely? New Living Translation. How can you say we are wise, because we have the word of the Lord, when your teachers have twisted by writing lies? What lies talking about? You see what the Torah, okay?
How does this compare with the Hebrew then? That's the
Brother, what I'm showing you, it is irrational. All the translators from a different background, from a different organization, mistranslated it. Even though there's no point, there's no need for them to mistranslate it, because there are Christians who they're gonna make sure to not mistranslate the Torah for the sake to claim the Torah help us as a Christians. So if it was a Muslim, for the sake of argument, I say yes, maybe. You understand? So we have all the translators translating it the way he mentions that Jeremiah rebuking. So anyway, so let's go back to the main point.
I don't accept those translations because it's not what the Hebrew.
We don't accept the translation. We don't trust you.
That's it. Don't trust me then.
Yeah, but can you prove to us? The people are listening to us. They're gonna say, hold a minute. So the translators from different background, different organizations came together to lie about one passages.
Look,
that is not true. Allow me to finish. Imagine now, someone comes to me. He's a Muslim. He said, Shamsi, there's a fight outside. Are you listening?
Just heard something in the back.
Okay. Imagine someone comes to me and says, Shamsi, there's a fight outside. Another person comes and says, Shamsi, there is a fight outside. Another person comes, Shamsi, there's a fight outside. 20 of them, they never met each other. They don't know each other. Logically, they cannot be lying, because they never met each other. You see what I'm saying? So all the translators from different organizations, different background, they're gonna mistranslate, and we're gonna trust you. It's irrational.
Fine, don't trust me. You know what to do? Learn Hebrew, read the words, and find out what it says.
I will, inshallah. Okay. I will. Yeah, I will. So because the translators, they know Hebrew. So how come they turn as
they don't know Hebrew.
So the translator doesn't know Hebrew.
Those translators did not translate from the Hebrew. They translated from the Latin Vulgate, which was a translation of the NXX.
How do you know they're not translating from Hebrew? How do you know?
Because all of the Christian translations are based on the Vulgate.
Let me see. Let us see.
Do you know what the Vulgate is?
Why is it good?
The Vulgate is a Latin translation of the NXX made by Jerome. Right? This is a Latin thing, which is a translation from the Greek, which is a translation, a bad translation of the Hebrew.
Yeah, but wait, you cannot claim that for all the translators, my point.
I can, and I will, because I read and understand Hebrew.
No, you missing. You cannot claim all the translators translated it directly from Latin or Greek. You cannot claim that. That's irrational. You're making a lot of irrational statements. Anyway, the point here is, so what I'm saying, that I'm showing you that you made a irrational statement by saying that the last passages in Deuteronomy is a prophecy. And we know prophecy, when you say...
I said it's written by a prophet. That's what I said.
Did you say prophecy or not? You said prophecy, now you change it.
Written by a prophet.
By a prophet, who is the prophet written by?
Either Moses or Joshua.
So you know, sure. It can be written by someone else.
No, it wasn't written by somebody else.
Brother, if you tell me this is the word of God, I say, oh, God revealed to who? You can tell me either him or him. You know, sure, because the rabbis have differed. Some rabbis said it was given to Moses, okay, as a prophecy. That doesn't make any sense when you read the passages and the context. Some rabbis said it was given to Joshua, and doesn't stop there. Some rabbis said it was given to the prophet after Joshua. Understand? Yeah, there is an opinion. There is an opinion. There is an opinion that it was who is it? No, I think one of them is maybe Jeremiah, who's written. I heard that, but I'm not going to tell you the strongest opinion or something. But my point here is that you cannot utilize the Torah that you don't know who has written it.
I can, because I do know who wrote it. I do know who wrote it.
You're not sure if Joshua. Say, okay,
Last
is it one?
If you're having an issue with me about 8 verses, guess what? Muhammad doesn't contradict those 8 verses. Muhammad contradicts different verses.
Which one? God got tired.
No, not that verse.
Okay, that's God got
It
tired.
doesn't say that God got tired.
Okay, it says
Where does it say God was tired?
Okay, go to Numbers. He said, God created the heavens and the earth
Yes.
in 6 days.
Yes.
In the 7th day, rested and refreshed. What's going to say to me? Watch. He's going to say mistranslation. I will expose him because I speak to Jewish boy.
I'm not going to say
There was a
mistranslation.
Jewish boy with me, and he said, no, it's not mistranslation. It says that. Okay.
Yeah, it does say that.
Okay.
It doesn't mean he was sleepy. It doesn't
What-
mean he rested.
What does it mean, rest and refresh?
Resting doesn't mean you're tired.
Okay, if I say I've been working the whole week, I'm resting tomorrow. In my context, what does it mean?
In your context, that means that you're tired.
When God says He created the heavens and the earth in 6 days and rested 7th day, what does it mean?
It means that he stopped working.
And refreshed.
Yes.
You know what refresh mean? Re-energize.
Yes.
So God needs to be re-energized, but God is a full powerful.
Do you know what anthropomorphism is?
Now you're gonna talk about, I know anthropomorphism, because we have that in Islam as well.
Great. So you'll appreciate.
So you're gonna say it's metaphorical.
Yes.
Hold a minute. Now, where's the yardstick to say which one is metaphorical, which one is not?
The yardstick is as follows. Every single physical description of God in the entire Tanakh, according to Judaism, is anthropomorphism. Every single one.
Okay, so that God exists.
When it said, yes, he exists.
Do you exist?
Yes.
Are you like God now?
No.
So you know what I'm doing now?
I know exactly what you're
Yeah,
saying.
you-
Because you think that existence is a prerequisite. That's not true.
It's an attribute, existence.
Existence is not an attribute.
So where is it?
Existence is nothing. It's just a word
Existence is
to
nothing.
describe something. It's a
Yeah,
descriptive.
describe. So it's description, which is an attribute.
An adjective.
Okay, it's description. You are describing something that exists. Okay. So God exists.
For most people, I thought you were a bit clever.
By the way, we're
For most
going
people,
to.
when I say
So what we're
this-
talking here is a bit more deeper for people to understand. We're talking about he's as a Jewish man, not all the Jewish. Some Jewish, what they do, they explain away some passages talking about God. So when you talk about God's face, they say no, it doesn't mean that. It's metaphorical, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. So now, just before we go to that, you said, because I don't want to go into deeper, for people can understand. Make it simple for people. Now, so when he said rested and refreshed, it's metaphorical.
Yes.
So when he created the heavens and the earth, is it metaphorical?
In creation, in human sense, sure.
So he never created the heavens and the earth.
Depends what you mean by creation. Now, you can't say he didn't create
I
it.
can't speak so much
but
then.
look, I was going to say it in a very simple way, but I say there's a very simple way of existence, but you didn't like that, so I'm going to have to do the complicated thing, which is where you describe it using negatives, in that you won't say that God actually does something which is a physical thing. Instead, you'd have to say that you can't say he doesn't do the physical thing. You can't say that but he definitely does not do the physical thing either. Right?
Whoa, slow down. You've been talking more. Say again, God doesn't do physical thing.
Okay, I wanted to say God exists, for example, God created, for example.
Yeah.
However, you didn't like that because you said, well, we do certain things too. So therefore, I'm going to have to say the negative way and say, we know that God definitely did not create it, right? We know right? We can't say that he didn't create it, and we can't say that he did create it. So what do we have to say?
You know,
we have to say
have
that he
to-
definitely did not create it.
So you cannot say, listen carefully, people, yeah? He said, correct me if I'm wrong. So you cannot say God did not create it. Likewise, you cannot also say God did create.
You can't say he did, you can't say he didn't. Instead, you have to do a double negative in order to cover yourself on both bases if you're going to go through
Brother,
this philosophical
I
and
respect-
semantical loophole. that you-
Was Moses a philosopher?
Moses was a prophet.
He was a prophet. So this philosophical thing, you know, this doesn't make any sense because what you're doing now, because you've been put in a big problem here, you had to create and invent a new way of understanding Moses' teaching by using the Greek philosophy. That's not the teaching of Moses. Okay, I'll show you the teaching of Moses, but before we go to that, people understand what he's saying. He said we cannot say God create and we cannot say God did not create. That it is irrational,
Nope.
illogical.
Nope.
Do you know what? Okay, listen to this. Okay, do you believe in law of contradiction?
Yes.
Is that universal?
What do you mean?
Is it something God gave it to us? Everyone knows that you can. It is impossible to exist and not exist same time. Correct?
For a human being, yes.
Okay. Now this see. Okay. So are you saying for God it's possible to exist and not exist same time?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying
Because you said for human being.
What I'm saying is, you because you say, well, I exist and God exists, therefore.
No, that was my question. This is my question.
So if you're going to say that, we're going to have to say that we know that we can't say that God doesn't exist. Right? That's heresy, right? And we can't. But now you're adding a new thing. We also can't say that God does exist. So we end up having to say that God definitely does not exist. That's what we end up having to say because of your semantical nonsense.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said.
You know what I said to you? I said to you, love contradiction.
Yes.
God gave it to us.
Yes, you don't
and it
understand
applies
what I'm saying.
No, listen carefully.
God definitely doesn't not exist. Get that through your head.
God does not exist.
No, that's not what I said. He definitely does not exist.
Okay, so he does exist.
That's not what I said either.
Oh, you're just playing with words, man.
Brother, no, please. Even a non... wait. Stop. I want a non-Muslim to come here and speak to this individual guy because my English... Because he creates on English. So does God exist or not exist?
He exists.
He exists.
And
okay.
now you're going to say,
wait.
Before.
No,
that's why I have to be double negative.
You have to let me finish.
That's why I have to do these.
Let me to finish.
Because you play it with me first. That's why.
Brother, you have finished, brother. Calm down. You know, well, I'll ask you the question: is it rational to say someone exists and don't exist at the same time? Is it rational?
Is it rational? No.
You just told us that God creates and didn't create at the same time.
No, that's not what I said.
Okay, did God create?
Fine, I'll say God created, sure.
Okay, God created. So when God said create the heavens and the earth in 6 days, was that metaphorical or was an actual action?
An action of creating? Fine, I'll go down your rabbit hole, fine.
No, don't say I'm a rabbit hole.
Yeah,
don't say that. What you believe?
What I believe is that God does not do any physical things. And creation, by what we think of creation, is a physical thing. And therefore God did not do that.
I'm not saying that. Did God create or not?
That depends what you mean by create.
He created the creation.
What do you mean? He did create. This is the problem.
Did he create the creation? I'm asking you. Did God create the creation?
He did create.
Okay, so when the context, when he said he created the creation 6 days, 7 days rested and refreshed, why you had to say create is actual thing, and when it comes to rest and refreshed, you say it's metaphorical. Where does it say, wait, where Moses said that is metaphorical?
Moses did not say it's metaphorical.
So you made it up?
No, I did not make it up.
Okay, who made it up?
Nobody made it up.
Because if Moses never said it, therefore, Moses, you have to make it up. Moses never said it's metaphorical.
Moses did not say it in the Torah. It's part of the oral tradition.
Huh?
It's part of the oral Torah. It's not part of the written Torah.
I know it's by one of the not all the rabbis. Some of the rabbis who was affected by the Greek philosophy, they had to explain away the passages which therefore, if we accept it, therefore we are making God as a physical being.
I have a question for you. You asked me a lot of questions.
No problem. Ask me a question. That's true. I ask you a lot of questions.
Do you believe that God exists?
Yes, indeed.
Do you believe that God created?
Yes, indeed.
So you believe these things. So you exist and God exists.
Yeah,
Are
but
you like God?
No, we say as a Muslim now, let me make you understand Islamic teaching. So what we say doesn't mean because we say God exists or God has a face, therefore it's like our existence, like our face. Because there is nothing like unto God. Allah in the Quran said, لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٌ وَهُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْبَصِيرُ. There is nothing like unto Him, and He's the all-hearing and the all-seeing. So whatever Allah attributes Himself with the attributes, for example, He's the most merciful. We have mercy. God has a mercy, but the mercy of God is not like our mercy. You understand? Just for example, the phone has a face, and you have a face, but your face and the phone's face is not the same. You understand?
So why don't you accept that on our version?
No, because that's a good question. He said, why don't you accept that in our teaching? That's a good question. However, the attribute of rest and refresh all the time, everyone understands is deficiency. It's not like mercy. Mercy doesn't necessitate. Rather, mercy and a time of power, if I'm a powerful man and I forgive someone, that necessitates I'm powerful. I'm perfect. I'm just speaking perfect. However, rest and refreshed and regret, that is an attribute of deficiency.
No, it's not. No, absolutely not.
I can't.
If a person
Define regret. Define regret.
Okay. If a person regrets, right? So that's a good thing. If a person regrets. No, he's not accepting it. I tried that before.
But that's a simple concept. That means that when they see attributes, they see attributes as related to God. We see attributes as we can't put any attributes onto God. It's a human understanding of trying to comprehend what we can't comprehend.
I know.
So you cannot put any attribute to God.
We can't put any attribute.
Is God alive?
Exactly. He did this
That means, that means
Brother, you're not Jewish man, are you?
That means-
Let me speak.
I'll tell you
I
what.
know. Yeah, but let me speak. Because why? You know, this teaching lead you to paganism. That's why the Muslim scholars Ahl Sunnah refute Ash'ari, refute the other groups, because they were affected by the Jewish people and the Christians who were affected by the Greek philosophy. Yeah. So my question was to you, Aaron, is God alive?
Is God alive? For humans' understanding, to be able to say, we would say yes, but is it really in the essence of alive? Alive and dead is something that is created by the Creator.
Life, huh?
Life and death.
I didn't say death, life.
I'm trying to bring a point. Life
Yeah.
and death is a created thing by the Creator.
Is a created thing. Is that
So the Creator created life, and the Creator created the concept of death.
Okay.
Now, we, because we are alive, means that we are active and we go. So when we try to be able to comprehend what we can't comprehend, that is the incomprehensible, because we humans have a limited brain. So we would say live, for us to understand God, we would say He's alive. The same way we would say He's a Rachamim, He's a merciful, because that is for us, because for you to able to, you pray to a Lord, and you can't put it into concept at all, and you know that you can't, but we try to give you a mindset of being able to, for you to relate to God, not God to you. That means we as Jews believe there is no way of understanding God at all.
Okay, so no, but I have to comment on this. So what you're doing, you're mixing between two things here. What you're mixing between, that when we say God has a life, we cannot comprehend His life. However, God is alive. Alive doesn't mean look, because what is alive?
Once again.
Mean that, because I'll let you speak. Alive means God exists, yes, and He's creating.
That's a human understanding.
Wait. No, so if human doesn't exist, is God alive?
God is God. God makes life.
I just say,
God makes life.
Is God?
Shamsi, answer me this question, brother. Is God happy or sad? Is God happy or sad?
God has attributes of happiness and attributes. Oh no, we don't say sad, because I don't know. I cannot recall. No, wait. You have to allow me to finish, but ask me a question. Yeah. When you say is God happy, the problem that here, the God has attributes befit His Majesty. You understand? Because when you start negating attributes from God, it's going to lead you to a non-existent thing. So my question was to you, that we believe God has attributes of anger, the attributes of mercy,
I know.
But no attributes of deficiency.
No.
Okay, now listen to this. Listen to this. Allow me to finish, brother.
Sorry.
Let me to finish, Aaron, please. So now, I'm asking you, if we don't exist, does God exist if we don't exist?
You're sure God is not relevant to us?
No, I'm asking you.
Does God exist without us?
Okay, He's alive without us.
But the word alive is a thing that only we relate to it. That means it's...
Okay, is it ever living?
That
is it ever
you
living?
say God got a hand befitting His Majesty.
If I'm asking you, you say yes. Is it ever
you
living?
say God is alive and He got a hand befits His Majesty. That's the word many Muslims use, yeah?
Yes, no doubt about that.
What we say it is, if you want to say God got a hand, it is related to the human comprehensive understanding, how we try to understand and project something to something we can't comprehend. That means is God is everything. We can't comprehend it. That means is we can't comprehend not His attributes, not His names. We, for example, try to bring out for humans to be able to pray and to relate to God. So we, for example, we never say God's name ever, yeah? The way it's spelled, we never say God's name.
Okay.
Why don't we say God's name is to bring into ourselves the greatness and the holiness of something we can't comprehend.
Okay, see what's happening now. There's a difference between comprehending, because now we say God has a life, God is ever living. He has no beginning, no end, correct? However, now, how we don't understand it. So you are mixing between, there's an attribute that God has, because anything that exists has attributes. Anything, including God. Okay, no, see. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, listen carefully now. So what I'm saying to you, that you are mixing between, that's why what happened to the Ash'ari and the Mufawwida, when they said, we cannot say God exists, we have to say, when Allah said exists, we don't know the meaning. No, we know the meaning, but we don't know what? How. For example, let me when Allah said He is the strongest, we understand the meaning of strongest, but we don't know how. We say Allah is the most merciful. We understand the meaning of the.
We use the exact same terminology.
Wait.
We use the exact same terminology.
But we believe attribute, God has it, not metaphorical. So now, before we move on, does God exist?
Sure, God exists.
Do you exist?
I exist as well.
So therefore, your existence. Wait.
But
So
my
that's-
existence and his existence are two different types of existence.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but I'm trying
You're coming to
but-
the Al-Sunnah wal Jama'ah now.
No. Shamsi, the same is...
No, rest is deficiency.
Okay,
No, rest is deficiency.
Shamsi,
Let's
God does
ask
not
God
rest.
to rest.
God does not rest.
So debate with him. He said rest.
No, I'll tell you what he's trying to bring a point.
Okay.
Is God's rest, it's for our understanding to comprehend what it means. That creation came to a completion.
Yeah.
For humans to understand when a work ends, it's not related to God, it's our relation for us to understand what happened. That is not in its essence, it is within our human limited mind frame to be able to comprehend it. So we use words for humans to understand and comprehend
So
God.
you're gonna use
That means
deficient-
God does not rest, he does not sleep, he does not slumber.
So
He prays every night in
the Torah was so is it when in the Torah said God rests and refresh, is that a lie or true?
It is human, it's true for humans to understand.
No. Listen carefully. We said God rests and refreshed. Is that true or a lie?
What do you mean? For humans to understand the...
Listen.
Shamsi.
You can't listen. Aaron. You can't.
Shamsi, can I finish?
Aaron.
Shamsi.
I was speaking. I'm gonna let him finish. I'm gonna let him finish.
Akhi, that means this. If you want to ask, when the Torah says God rested, yes?
And refreshed.
And refreshed. Does this mean what we can't comprehend, did something that we can't comprehend, and finished something that we can't comprehend? The answer to that is yes. The human terminology we would use to it, is for us humans to understand. We would use the word rest when something was finished. But did God rest or refresh?
No. Rest and refresh doesn't mean finish. There's difference between say I'm making my car, I just finished. Everyone will understand finish doesn't mean I finished my car, I'm resting and refreshing. Don't play with words, you know.
I'm not playing with words.
I'm not for that.
No.
Allah mentioned in the Quran about you. يسمعون الكلام ثم يحرفونه من بعد ما سمعوا عقلوه. That you hear the word of Allah, then you understand it and you change it. That's what you're doing right now.
I did not change the word.
When I speak to Jewish people, they are manifesting what Allah said about them in the Quran. Seriously. So now we have to understand.
Shamsi,
Hear me out.
I want to stop you.
I have to maybe finish. What I'm saying is simple. Closing. Listen. Aaron, closing the door is not same as I'm resting. Closing the door and resting is not the same. So when in the Bible said, God rest and refreshed, the one that has written that, was he lying or was he saying the truth? This is what I'm asking.
Okay, now can I answer?
Was he lying or saying the
I'm
truth?
going to first interject you. I'm not going to tell you as a Muslim that you change your character. Please don't do the same.
No,
but if you want, you can do it.
brother.
But 1 second.
We can't just keep it going
No,
second.
but-
My question is simple.
but-
Was he lying or saying the truth?
But let me finish.
Yeah.
Let me finish. That means is the words we use to explain the Torah, we use an expression called the Torah is written belushim and ayudam, and the way for man to understand.
I understand that.
So-
My question, was he
Now,
lying or
if-
saying the truth?
If we would read the Torah that humans can't comprehend it, it wouldn't have been given down to humans. So it's for humans to understand.
So that rest and refresh from God gave it to us, correct?
Now, as for humans to understand, to comprehend the concept of a creation that came to completion, a human comprehension of it is and I'll stop you before I even finish. I want to finish with one more line. Is the way we understand it is that it came for humans understanding that completion. We use the word rest for it. Now, if you ask any Jew around from 3 years old, did God rest at the 7th day? He'll answer, we don't understand what it means, but there is something there for us.
Wait, you say you don't understand what it means, but you just said us means finished creation.
A second, what it means to God himself, it's for us to understand the completion of the universe.
No. So wait. So now God gave us a revelation that we cannot understand, and God chose the wrong word to tell
God
us
did not-
how. Okay, wait. Because everyone understand resting and refreshing does not mean closing the door. Does not mean finishing. Resting and refreshing. Refreshing, no. Resting.
That's not trying to
Wait. Resting and refreshing. Go to English dictionary. Go to Hebrew dictionary. Refresh when you re-energize. Correct? Re-energize. That's the definition of the Creator. However, now, of course, there's a problem for you. So you're gonna, of course, because why? Now you are literally making your own language by telling us rest and refresh doesn't mean rest and refresh.
It means for
That's what I
humans.
said to us.
Listen, all of you listening.
So I can't speak to you anymore, Aaron. I have to go, Aaron, you know.
His understanding is something where he doesn't want to comprehend, Shamsi, the full meaning of the verse by taking it in its literal form and then questioning, is this literal mean A, B, and C. When I tell him what the literal form means, is for humans to understand what it means, completion of creation. And that's what this verse means, that's its intent, and that's why Jews for 3,334 years keep the Sabbath to commemorate the completion of the universe.
Okay, so therefore, wait, sorry. So therefore, I'm going to conclude something, please. So one second.
Since God created the universe, He's never needed to come back and.
Yeah. So therefore, now what was happening now? We just invented the new English language. So brothers and sisters, rest and refreshed, according to the Jewish here, doesn't mean rest and refreshed. It means something else. So English language, I don't know what's going to happen to you in the war. Jewish people are changing the English language.
The only one changing,
brother,
is abrogation that you have.
What does it mean, rest and refresh? All of us.
Shamsi,
in English language, when someone say, I'm arrested and refreshed,
God is a spirit, He's not in the flesh.
it's God's
Man
spirit.
is in the flesh.
You believe God's spirit?
God is in the spirit.
I said
He's not
that,
in the
before,
flesh.
we're all trying to use words to explain something we can't understand.
God is not in the flesh.
So God, what I'm saying,
We're trying to use words.
just go and say anything. What I'm saying, alhamdulillah, look.
We are limited.
We are limited.
God is limitless. That's why we can't.
We are mortal beings.
So God gave you a revelation you can understand.
No,
But He gave you a word to understand. So He gave you.
Shamsi, I'll tell you
Allow me
what,
to
you are
finish.
not understanding me.
No, allow me to finish. Allow me to finish. So He gave you a word. Excuse me. They don't believe. Are you a Christian? Are you a Christian? Are you a Christian?
No,
Why are you?
I'm not a Christian.
Why are you? I'm asking
I'm
you.
from the tribe of Judah.
You're
Not one of these.
no, on days. Why? You don't believe she's a child of Judah?
No.
Why? You don't believe she's a child of Judah?
I don't know.
You're a Hebrew Israelite. Are you Israelite? Are you Israelite?
They're being racist.
No, without you.
There were black people in Israel. There's always been black people in Israel.
Are you Israelite? Yeah?
Moses was married to a black woman.
No, Moses is a black man according to Islam teaching.
Okay?
Yeah, Moses is a black man. Is according to you, is a black man?
So don't bring like
Yeah.
the
In
racist.
Islam teaching, Moses was a black man. But my point is, I understand you what you say. Yeah, I have no problem with that. Because I believe Jesus was a light skin, according to Prophet Muhammad's teaching. Moses was a black man. You see? But according to them, they don't believe that. Do you believe Moses is a black man?
What I believe what the Torah says with no abrogation.
Was he black man? I'm asking you.
Well, the Torah has never given it.
Listen, no, anyway, so what I'm saying to you, look, so you are saying,
Because color of people doesn't matter.
okay, that's true, but you, when she said she's a child of Judah, your reaction was very.
According to the
Because I'm
scriptures,
used to
was
the
Moses
Hebrew
adopted?
That's what I'm used to.
Was
Yeah,
Moses
so?
adopted by Pharaoh's daughter?
If they are Hebrew Israelites, what's the problem with that?
Okay, that's
Anyway, that's
a different topic.
Yeah, anyway, my point here is that the teaching, that what I'm saying, you're saying, so He gave you words that we as a human can understand, correct?
Try to understand.
Yeah, try to understand.
Yes.
So as a human, the way we understand rest and refreshed, especially in the context of I was working for 6 days, 7th day, rest and refreshed, in any language mean, due to the work, I rested, refreshed mean, I re-energized. That is not the attribute of the Most High. You just help me to show you that what
Now,
you just...
Shamsi, let's do two things, Shamsi. You as a Muslim believe that God has attributes. We as a Jew believe that the attributes are for humans to comprehend. So that's the first distinction we have. So when you see the word rest, you relate it because of your mindset, where you come from, that God has attributes. Must be, the Jew says God sleeps. Let's stop it there. Jews don't do what Muslims do. For our God is...
God said rest. According to you, God said rest.
Can I explain? You come from your Muslim mindset.
No. From a rational way, universal knowledge.
Because your rational understanding is from where you come from.
Okay, you cannot. No, wait. So this is God. This is God. This is God.
Human sense.
No, brother, please can you stop? This is God.
He is God.
Do you believe this is God?
No.
Why? Because you are utilizing. By the way,
Creation.
do you know why? Because you are utilizing.
That's a manifestation of His creation.
How do you know that?
Because the material came from the
Is it
earth.
because why you?
God created the
Let me
earth.
out.
Yeah?
Because you are utilizing your intellect to come to conclusion. This cannot be God because why? It was
You
created.
cannot contain Him.
No,
the
listen.
heavens cannot
Shamsi,
contain Him.
Shamsi.
Alhamdulillah for Islam, man. Wallahi. Wallahi. Anyway, Islam is simple way.
You're using
No rest in
Muslim
refresh.
mindset to
No,
try to
I'm
comprehend
not
a Jewish understanding. The same way, there are many things
Can
that
anyone go to the definition of rest and refresh?
for you it's very hard to
Watch.
understand.
Let's see. What's the meaning of refresh?
You know what I do? I open up a Bible and see what it means in the Bible.
Let me show
But
you.
again, you're using
Refreshed.
you could go it, but you could use your limited understanding because you view it from a Muslim perspective. The same way you as a Muslim believe in abrogation that I can't believe in. Because for me, abrogation limits God.
Refreshed. Having and regained strength or energy. That's why it's the meaning of refresh. That's
And do you think we
it cannot be good.
and do you think
That's why the Jewish attribute deficiency to Allah. That's what Allah says in the Quran. وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا فِي سِتَّةِ أَيَّامٍ وَمَا مَسَّنَا مِن لُغُوبٍ. The reason Allah mentioned that in the Quran to refute the lies and the false attribute that which the Jewish people attribute to Allah, that He rested in the seventh day and refreshed, and that's what He said. But He keep telling me no. God said it to us to understand it as a human being. No doubt, as a human being, we understand from rest and refreshed, when you gain more energy, which cannot be attributed to the Most High. Simple.
And this is the Muslim understanding, use the Muslim mindset.
This is a Muslim
Jewish
mindset.
books. If you have the Jewish mindset, understand it doesn't even
Can
come
I say something? I've spoken to you earlier. What I understand is Jewish people, they're trying to understand certain things about God the way they can understand it,
Yes.
which is not possible.
Yes.
In my understanding.
We can understand it. So we
No,
try-
so it's not possible.
Wait. Let me give you an example. Shamsi, you can help me out here.
Okay,
because
go
you
on,
know
no
the Quran,
problem.
you know the Quran more than me. In the Quran, Allah keeps saying that after He created something, He keeps recreating.
He's the creator. He's the creator.
He keeps recreating. Another thing He said about the shadow, right? He said we think the shadow is from the sun. But shadow, He creates stages by stages. He uses the sun as a guide. Can we understand that? Very difficult to understand and grasp that.
Yeah, okay.
Just that one little thing. So if we think about just everyone has got shadow here. Every bird that's flying shadow here. Every plane that's flying shadow here. Every car, every moving thing from
now
here.
What is the point?
we understand.
So the point is certain thing you can't understand.
No, that's understandable. But him, when it comes to rest and refresh, when he said, "Can you understand the Torah?"
Yes,
You
beautiful.
can understand it
Beautifully.
So rest and
You know
refresh.
why?
what does it
Because
mean?
it's the word of God without abrogation.
Okay, there is abrogation in the Old Testament.
There isn't abrogation, brother. And do me a favor.
You know what is abrogation means? Restriction.
That means, let's put it this way. Me and you, we believe when it comes to God, you have a deficiency in God the way you believe it because you believe that God has to abrogate.
That's a deficiency.
I see it as a deficiency.
No, okay.
That's
no,
my
no,
view.
no, 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 no,
That's your view.
no, wait,
That's my personal view.
wait. Now watch this. If someone comes to you, that's what I'm saying. Islam, you cannot refute it logically because if you try to refute it logically,
I'm not refuting it. I'm giving you
allow
my
me to finish.
understanding.
I'm going to show you understanding cannot be utilized against Islam because wait. Because you understanding that you believe God is refreshed, therefore cannot be used against Islam, which is about God imperfection. Now listen to this. Imagine someone comes to me and I give him medicine. Then he comes back a week after. I say, don't take this medicine anymore. Take this medicine. That doesn't mean I'm deficient, mean I'm wiser. Because I know this person, the medicine that I'm going to give him the second one. Wait. You don't let me to finish. I'm showing you that, no, I'm showing you this person, that when he came to me, he was not ready for the second medication. I gave him the first medication to get his body ready for it. So am I deficient for doing that?
Darling,
Answer me.
you are human.
No.
You're human.
I didn't say I'm chicken. I know I'm human. Yes, I'm chicken. No, am I deficient from doing that?
are you relating yourself to
No.
God? Are you like that?
No. Am I deficient? My question clearly. Am I deficient for doing that?
No, because you are human.
Okay, so therefore, I just abrogated my first medication.
Are you a human
no,
being?
wait. Abrogation doesn't necessitate deficiency. You just refute yourself. So when Allah abrogates some legislation, doesn't necessitate.
Can I answer that question? Can I answer you? That means when you are a human being and you become cleverer as things goes along, then it's not deficient because that's the way humans work.
No.
But the ultimate creator does not have to change and doesn't become wiser as time moves along, and that's why.
I didn't say about the creator, no. About the person. When Allah changed the law, not because He didn't know, because the Muslims at that time, that's some legislation that were not ready for. So it's not talking about Allah. It's talking about that. For example, when the person came to me, I had the knowledge. I didn't have to learn that he was not ready. I already had the knowledge. He's not ready for the second medication. No, do you understand that? I had full knowledge.
I understand. I have to understand.
You know, you keep. Let me finish.
I understand why.
Let me finish my point.
Shamsi.
Aaron, come on.
Okay.
Let me finish my point. My point, obligation doesn't necessitate deficiency. However, rest and refreshed necessitate deficiency. And regret.
Okay.
And regret as well.
Okay.
I don't want to go to regret as well.
I'm gonna
that God regrets for choosing Saul as a king.
I'm gonna answer you one by one. That means is you again, because you take attributes, you put it onto the Lord. We don't, so that doesn't affect it just for human understanding. But abrogation, understand why you have to believe in abrogation. Because you as a Muslim has to believe that the Torah was once true. Then there was the jail, the Gospels, and that was true. And then the jail, and then you believe that came the Quran, and that was true. Now, somehow you believe that the laws in the Torah, I don't know how far, when it came to Muslims, for example, for Christians, when they did not believe anymore, they may eat pork, and then Muslims again are not allowed to eat pork. You believe in abrogation, that things change a lot.
Say again?
That you believe in abrogation, that not just it goes from the Torah to the Gospels to the Quran, where we believe there is no abrogation, so it ends by the Torah. But you as a Muslim, because you believe in the Quran, you have to have abrogation where it goes from God to Moses to what you would call Jesus, and then what you would call
where's
Muhammad.
deficiency for that?
Now, for us, that the Torah is coming from the perfect God, and in His Torah that is perfecto, that is absolute perfect, does not have to change because of humans, because He knew everything and everything was created at that point. That's our understanding.
Okay.
So for us, the second God has to change, that is a deficiency of our understanding in God. At the same time, is not just we don't believe in abrogation, that means is that things change. We believe that the law of the Torah can't change and never will change, and it was given to this people at this time forever, and in His own words written in the Torah is no matter what you...
Hold a minute. Noah's teaching, does it apply to Moses' teaching?
No.
Okay, so Noah's teaching in the Bible, which speaks about, does it apply to Moses? Does it apply to
No.
Moses? So God changed the teaching from
No.
Noah to Moses.
No.
Wait. Before we go to, before we move on, I'm not going to come to that. The point. I just refuted you with a logical way that abrogation doesn't necessitate deficiency. I just did that.
No, you didn't. You didn't. Because you used a very uneducated way to understand.
Educated way.
To understand the concept.
No.
Because somebody can explain it.
You've been speaking. Let me.
No, but you use something that is false. You use a falsehood. You use a falsehood.
I use a falsehood for giving you that. Okay.
Can I explain or you don't?
Before you go to explain, before. Okay. Do you believe that God said to Ishmael God said to Abraham to slaughter Ishmael?
No.
He didn't say to him.
No.
To Isaac.
God said to Isaac.
God said to Abraham to slaughter Isaac.
Let's go slowly. And let's start. Let's start with Deen, and let's start with the Torah, and let me explain to you how the Torah works.
No. Brother Aaron, simple question. Did God say to Abraham to slaughter Isaac?
Is that a Deen? Yes or no?
Huh?
Is that Deen or no?
Is that what?
Is that Deen? Is that?
I'm asking. No. I'm just asking you. Did God said to Abraham to slaughter his son?
No, He didn't.
He didn't
He
say.
told him put him on an altar.
What?
On an altar.
Where is altar?
On an altar means where you slaughter.
Sacrifice, yeah?
No, so not sacrifice. Put him on an altar.
Where is altar?
An altar is where you sacrifice. No, did not tell him to sacrifice.
Where is it
You
for?
understand the difference?
No, I understand that. I understand that. What is the reason for that?
What was the reason?
Yeah.
It was to test to see if he's going to do it.
Just to do it. And then what God did?
God didn't change because God never told him to slaughter.
No. When you test someone, you test it for what?
Shamsi, can we stop a second slowly? Let's calm down. Let's calm down. Let's go down. You were trying to say, and Debbie, if I'm right, that God told Abraham, slaughter your son, and then God told him, don't slaughter your son. What I'm telling you, God never told Abraham to slaughter his son. God told Abraham, take your son and put him onto an altar.
Okay.
So when he went to an altar, then bring it from the Torah itself. So he started to cut. So God told him, no, I did not tell you to kill your son. I did not tell you. I just told you to put him on an altar only if you're ready. But I never told you to slaughter this.
What was the reason for that?
To test him.
To test him.
But did God tell him to slaughter?
No, okay.
Did God tell him to slaughter?
Okay, no problem. So you don't believe that?
Did God change?
No, you don't believe that. So anyway, the teaching of Noah.
Look at this.
Before, look, we've been speaking for a long time. Before that, let's summarize everything. Now, rest and refreshed. Everyone accepts his deficiency. Everyone except you.
I'll tell you why. Because you put deficiency onto God and I put deficiency on understanding.
Brother, the attribute of rest and refresh, who is in the Bible, who is the attribute to God or to Aaron?
It is for humans.
Now they ask you that.
For humans.
Who rests and refreshed, God or human?
It's a human to understand that God
I ask you that. Bro, no, it's Aaron, simple way. That's it, Aaron. In the Bible said God created the heavens and the earth in 6 days. Look. You know what? Wallahi, is alhamdulillah we speak to Jewish people. Because when you read something in the Quran, you think maybe, but they're manifesting in front of us. Watch this, yeah? In the Bible, when he said someone rest and refreshed, it was the attribute to God or to Moses?
It's for humans to understand God.
No, I ask you that.
God.
Okay, to God.
God.
So who rested and refreshed?
No one rested and refreshed.
Take care of yourself. I can't speak to him. By the way, in the Bible said, God rested and refreshed. You can't speak to them, akhi. They're proper khubatha. Proper play. You play around too much. You just told me God rested and refreshed. When I asked you, said no.
You asked me who it relates to.
No, that's it, man. Take care. Wallahi, that was a waste of time.
You don't answer straight.